have options. A lot of people feel trapped. And throughout my whole life, apart from now, I've felt trapped. I've felt like I've got to, push out. I didn't come with a silver spoon in my mouth as a child. I didn't come from a privileged family. I had to work hard and I had to sacrifice and I had to hustle. I sacrificed my youth. I used to work 2 full-time jobs. Still to this day, a lot of my investors, they go, Nathan, do you work 24 hours a day? You're sitting in your emails at 3 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that. And I just hustled. But, I did sacrifice my youth, but I was able to create a lifestyle of what I wanted. And I was so focused on where I was going, nothing could affect me. Like, people would throw shit my way and it would just bounce off. And I think a big part of it is being focused and clear with your goals. And, I've done lots of webinars on goal setting. Just before this filming of the podcast, I actually have a webinar studio set up in my location where I'm at the moment. And it had all the last time I stepped into this room, it had the screen was still on and it had all the webinars that were done. And there was a podcast, I think maybe a webinar like 6 months ago that was about goal setting late 2020. So if you want to get that goal setting one, reach out to my office, speak to my team, send them an email at admin@binvested.com.au and ask for that goal setting podcast, because that podcast went for about 4 hours. It was great. We deep dived into, basically did like a map session on the day, just a generic one. And there was lots of things that we pulled apart on that episode. But I think the importance of having goals is very, very underrated. Like, people go, people have dreams, people have hopes. They're like, I want to do this, I'm going to do this. People that I get annoyed with, and this might be offensive to some of you, and I don't mean it to be, but people, I've heard I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I actually don't even trust what comes out of people's mouths, because everyone says they're going to do stuff, but they don't do it, right? So, there's so many people out there that say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that next week, I'm going to do this whenever. But they're not making any effort, right? Like, they're wanting to find the wife and the mother of their children, and they're going to the club every night at 3 o'clock in the morning, stumbling home with some random chick that's, not the best fit to be the mother of their children. And, here they are, going, why can't I find the spouse, or whatever the case may be. Your actions need to be in line with the person of who you want to be. Having clarity on who that person is that you want to be, you can focus and hone in on it. You can live the life, the person that you're going to be, as if you're already living it. I think it was like an Instagram post the other day of some chick. It was just like some chick dancing around. It's like some TikTok-y looking video thing. And it was something about like, chicks go around and then they're not trying to act like a wife. So they're wanting to be a wife, but they're not acting like a wife. It was some TikTok video thing. But, we need to be able to walk through our life with the mindset and the focus and the clarity of who it is that we need to be in order to be that person. You want to be fit, healthy, ripped, built, whatever the case may be. You're not going to get there by, going to Macca's every day, feeding yourself full of alcohol every day, living an unhealthy lifestyle. So once you have clarity on who it is that you need to become, then you can hone in on what are the actions you need to be in order to become that person. If you want to be someone that's got a lot of abundance financially, that doesn't come with being a person that goes, I'm going to go buy 5 M3s and 6 Rolexes, right? Your spending habits need to be in line with the person that has the wealth and the cash flow and all of that. So you need to sort of map out and plan out for the life that you want to be. So for me personally, every year between Christmas and New Year's, most people are partying, enjoying the beach, whatever, drinking lots of alcohol, traveling, whatever. YOLO, right? I'm living a boring week of my life, right? It's a week that I really have as downtime. I sit there and, I wouldn't call it meditate, but I'm in my own little place. I'm in Nathan time, and I'm taking in and I'm acknowledging the year that I've had. I reflect on the person that I was, reflect on the wins that I've had. I reflect on all little aspects of my life, everything that had happened in the 51 weeks before that. I think about the person that I need to be to get through, or I think about the goals that I need for the year ahead of me. And then I align myself with what steps I need to do in order to become that. And I think if I can just keep refining myself to be, a little bit better, even if you just become 1% better every day in 365 days, you're going to be 365% better, than where you are today. So the little steps of of becoming that better person. And I'm certainly not a person that was created as I am now at 36 years old. I was never ever the person that I am now, but I have made myself. I've made the person that I am. I take actions. I don't involve myself in certain activities, behaviours. I don't accept things that are around me if it's not in line with the person that I want to be or the people that I want to have around me. So you need to acknowledge that. So yeah, having clarity. What are your goals? Where am I heading? Where do I need to be in 5 years' time? Where do I need to be in 10 years' time? And then just breaking it down into little sort of action steps of things that you can do to improve upon. Someone mentioned it earlier on today that on my phone, I actually have in my home screen and in my lock screen. So like when my phone's locked, it comes up with certain notes. It's like a to-do list. It's the things I have to do on a day-to-day basis for things to happen. So I know I have a set sort of key metrics of like 10 actions that I need to do on a daily, weekly, monthly, sort of schedule. If I perform and meet those targets, then everything else in my world can fall into place. If those things don't happen, then nothing else happens. Like it's a domino effect. So I am responsible for the whole thing that happens. It doesn't matter whether it's in my personal life, in my business life, in my investing life, in my family life, whatever the case may be. All these things have to come back to me because I'm the one generating the things in my life and the abundance that I want to try and create. So having clarity on that, looking at that on a day-to-day basis, like the reason why I have in my phone the tasks that I need to do, like the 10 tasks that I need to do, the like Birchy's 10 commandments of what he needs to do, it's so easy to pick up your phone and go and fucking, watch some stupid shit, get involved into some stupid shit that's on your phone, do something that's going to waste 3 hours or 5 hours of your life. I know when I pick up my phone, I'm like, okay, before I open my phone, I push the button, it goes to unlock and look at my face, and I can see the home screen. I'm like, shit, these are the things that I'm working for. These are the things that I'm working towards. These are the things I need to do. It better be helping me live that life of that person. And then in the background on my phone, I break it down. So if I get bored, I just scroll all the way to the end screen where there's less icons and I can see it very clearly there. And I've got constant reminders around me as to, the person I'm becoming, the things I need to do to become that person, and the actions that I need to do to become there. So you need to align your sort of expectations with the reality of where you're at and who it is that you want to become. As I said, you can't sort of want to be healthy and doing all the things that are going to make you fat. You can't have a healthy budget without, with unhealthy spending habits. You can't, expect to run a marathon with a day's worth of training. You have to wake up every day. You need to put the effort in for months. I'm not a sporting person. We've just seen the Olympics. I haven't seen anything about the Olympics. I have zero interest in sport. I don't have a favourite sport. I don't have a favourite team. Nothing bores me more. Probably watching about Corona on TV and media and people talking about that probably bores me more than anything. But second to that would be sport. And I know a lot of people love sport, but I know that, to be Tiger Woods or whoever a sports person is that's like famous, I don't know, right? I just remember Tiger Woods from back in the day when I was a kid. But if you want to be one of the best, if you want to be Michael Jordan, I'm sure he wakes up every day at 3 o'clock in the morning and starts perfecting his throw of the basketball to get into the hoop and how he can dodge a competitor that's coming through and trying to knock him off his game. You need to be prepared to take those steps to improve your life to get to the end goal. And that doesn't matter whether it's, it doesn't need to be money, it doesn't need to be work, it could be health, could be any aspect of your life. But there's sort of key elements that you can continuously work on. And if you're not prepared to work for yourself, then you deserve the reality of what you get. The end goal of where you end up in life on a day-to-day basis, the things you're allowing into your day. If people are draining your energy, it's not them draining your energy, it's you allowing them to drain your energy. You need to be better at controlling that and not allowing that to happen. So, build a manifesto for your life as to how you want to live it and what you will allow and what you won't allow.